Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wow Wednesday. I am Nancy Matthews, one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network, and it brings me such joy to be here with you this week and every Wednesday morning for your midweek boost of motivation, education, and inspiration. And today is a very special day because as we head into the holiday season with more things adding on to our to-do list, wanting to pull away time from our businesses to enjoy with our family and our friends and celebrate and reflect and do planning, like, oh my goodness, you could feel like you're squeezed for time and stress.
Are these
Just
the boxes that you pay the postage
and
for the community?
it could be that you would love to have a reset switch for stress relief. So if that's something you would love to have, stay close listening in because our guest today, Elisa Calosso, is going to share how you can do just that. Before I bring her on, let me share a couple of Women's Prosperity Network announcements. There is lots of prosperity and joy and love and fabulousness happening in our community, starting with today at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're hosting a special networking extravaganza with a spotlight on 6 of our leaders from within the WPN community sharing their story to give you some tips and advice to take into the holiday season and to every area of your life. So just go to womensprosperityNetwork.com, go to the events calendar, and you'll see the link for that to register, and it's absolutely free. We also have 2 webinars coming up, and these will be hosted by Trish Carr. And Trish is going to be sharing how do you turn your mouth into money. Now, what is that about? Learning how to deliver group presentations, speaking to groups to maximize your time, and also being effective in that process. So be sure you go to the calendar, check out all we have coming up for you in this wonderful, magical month to make it a December to remember. And now I get to bring you Elisa Calosso as we talk about a reset switch for stress relief. And let me tell you a little bit about her before I bring her on. Her company is You Flourish Coaching. She is a seasoned human resources professional who has transformed into a driving force for positive change. With over 15 years of experience in Fortune 500 companies, she climbed the corporate ladder while silently dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia, all to the point of burning out. And I would bet some of you can relate to that. This journey led her to a profound realization during a pivotal moment with her doctor, where the only solution at that point was to keep increasing her prescription medication. However, this situation prompted a commitment to turn her challenges into a sense of hope, illustrating that it's possible to rise above adversity and find fulfillment. She now is on a mission and works with professionals inside of corporate, outside professionals everywhere to avoid the pitfalls that she experienced herself and to be able to do so easily, naturally, and powerfully. Welcome, Elisa.
Thank you so much, Nancy. I'm so excited to be here today.
We are thrilled to have you. And as we kick in, and she's gonna be sharing some tools for stress relief. Tell us a little bit more about your, transition and like, how did you say, find this path for stress relief and preventing burnout? How did that come about for you?
Well, after that doctor's visit and many other situations in my life where I was not finding answers in traditional medicine, I decided to explore. And I was every day looking for new information that kept me motivated because I didn't want to give up. So it was difficult. It took me a long time, but I was very consistent, and I every day I did something. And during the pandemic, I think it was very eye-opening to me. I gave birth to my second child, and I went back to work, and things changed a lot in my job. And I decided, is this what I really want to do? Do I want to continue living like this? Is this really my purpose? I went through a lot of questions. And so, well, I decided to leave my job. Things didn't work out. And in that search, I was actually looking for other HR positions, but nothing opened up for me. And so I decided to study the techniques that I'm going to be showing you. And also in my journey, I was studying other things. I always kept very active in all of this. And yes, it happened. I think it was meant to be. And I feel like now I do have a purpose and this is what I want to do. And so when I started in that type of path, then a lot of things in my puzzle started to come together. So yeah, it
Yeah,
was
all the pieces
all
line,
the pieces.
isn't it interesting?
Yes,
And what I'm hearing is it also sounds like after you had your second child and you went back to work, like that was the normal path that we're all trained that that's what
yes,
we're supposed to do, right?
correct.
But it didn't work out. It didn't feel right. And it's almost as if the universe was conspiring in your favor to bring you to this next level of fulfilling your purpose, your passion, and pouring into us today. So thank you for following,
Yes.
calling upon your heart.
Totally.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. So I have so much to do. I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I can't believe this person said this to me yesterday. Blah. Right? Like, that's what happens in our daily lives. So help me, Elisa, help me.
Yeah. So the first thing that I would say for a situation like that is take a deep breath. We need to make sure that that you are grounded. And when I say grounded, okay, let's put our feet on the ground and let's just do the best to regulate our nervous system. I think by regulating our nervous system, we can accomplish a lot of things because when we are in that fight or flight response, which is the stress alert, we can't really think straight. We don't make the best decisions. All the emotions are there. They could be very hard to feel. So my first recommendation is, okay, let's do something to bring you to a more calm and relaxed stage, because that's where we actually can access our internal wisdom. We can access a lot of internal information and the answers that we already know, but we may not really connect to that.
So so I'm hoping you're going to give us some experiences of this.
Of course.
Okay, good. And I was just thinking, when I think about being stressed, it's about like all of those things happening all at once. As you were talking, I realized I was experiencing stress this morning when I thought my appointment was at 7:30. So I planned my morning around it being at 7:30, and it turns out it was at 7:15. So when I realized it was 7:15, I was like, oh, and I felt some stress from it, like I'm done, it's over and everything. But it's those little stressors can also add up, right?
Totally. Yes.
Yeah. So share, I'm ready to release. So give me some reset stuff.
All right. All right. So one of the main tools that I use, and there are many, but the one that I mostly use that I see very quick results because it's a evidence-based method and it's proven to work very well. And it's actually accepted by the American Association of Psychology. It's emotional freedom techniques, also called tapping, or you would see it as EFT. And this is a combination of acupressure points. So you're going to be actually tapping on acupressure points. It's
Mhm.
like acupuncture, but without the needles. So you're going to use your fingertips to do that. So it's a method that is actually at your fingertips. And you can do it anytime, you
Anywhere.
can anywhere. And it's one of these techniques that I feel everybody should know about because we need those resources. There are situations where we may not be able to go to our doctor right away or, to solve the situation as we wish. But if we calm our nervous system and we're able to take that deep breath and we're able to regulate, then we can make better informed decisions, right? So in that situation that you were describing, oh my God, the time I need, okay, just 1 minute, let's reset, let's do some tapping. Okay,
Okay.
now I can.
Okay.
You could be doing that while you're driving. I mean, of course, you're gonna hold one hand. You have one hand on the wheel, right? But you can use the other hand. There are a lot of ways you can do this, even in like difficult conversations, or if you're online, and you can still do some of the tapping. And I think it's a great technique. It comes very handy.
Yes, yes, I have used it, but I don't find it as I haven't incorporated it as a go-to resource, and you're inspiring me to want to do that today. So teach me and everyone else here some quick techniques
Yes.
to be able to do so.
Right. Okay, so there are 9 basic points that we do, and it's called the basic recipe, actually. And this can go as simple as just a stress relief technique, but it can also access other things as trauma, as more deeper work. All right, we're not going to go there today, but I'll show you. And you can just do this with me while breathing. All right.
All right, and let's remember we have a lot of people that are on the telephone.
On the telephone, yes.
So we want to describe wherever.
Yes, I'm gonna describe it as much as possible. But if you're a visual person, it's good that you see it, all right? At some point. So if you take one of side of the hand, any side of the hand, right below your pinky, right in that area there, that's the first point, and you can just tap there with your 4 fingers from the other hand. And actually, all of these points that I'm going to be showing you, they are connected to an organ in the body. All right. So for example, this point here, the side of the hand, is the small intestine. And the small intestine is responsible for sending nutrients to the bloodstream, and whatever doesn't serve you, it goes for elimination. So here we do a setup statement. And in tapping, yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do have a question.
Sure.
So if I had heartburn or indigestion, would this be a good place to?
Yes, this would be a very good point to tap. There is also the stomach meridian. So it's under the eye, right under the eye where you have that indentation between the bone and your eyes.
Very
That's
good.
actually, it's good to tap on the exact points, all right? You may see in YouTube a lot of videos, people doing like all over, so make sure that.
Okay.
So under the eye, it's a very effective point for indigestion, for stomach issues, even for people that feel their fear in their stomach, where they're anxious and they feel all of that in their stomach. This is a great place to release all of those emotions, all of that, all of those sensations.
Now, I've learned a lot about tapping, and I must say, this is the first time I've learned about the body organs connected.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes, of course, of course. All right, so I'll continue with the basic recipe. So the side of the hand, we do a setup statement. And when we do the setup statement, we say the truth. We don't sugarcoat things. We don't say only positive things, because what we need to access is those deep thoughts and experiences, events, things that are making us uncomfortable. So let's say in your situation, Nancy, you were this morning rushing and you were afraid you were not going to be on time. So the setup statement that I would propose, and this is very personal, I will work with my client in a very personal way, something that really resonates to them, because it's their work. I'm there to support them. But a setup statement would go like this: even though rushing and I feel stressed because I'm not gonna make it on time. And these are the real thoughts that are probably going in your mind.
Mhm.
In this moment, I decide to take a breath, or in this moment, I'm doing my best. So what you're doing is there are two parts on this setup statement. There is the truth about it, like the real truth. We're not sugarcoating it again. And then there is another statement of something that resonates, that give you some kind of peace in this moment. And it has to be something that you believe. The usual setup statement that you'll see out there, it would be something like, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. But what about if you don't really love and accept yourself in this moment? That, you can really, it's not the type of technique that you have to fake it until you make it. We don't
And
do that here.
I love that you're pointing this out, because in the world of personal development, self-help, positive affirmations, I think
Mhm.
there's a tendency to want to sugarcoat things, or just
Yes.
cover up the fear that exists. And putting a cover on it doesn't make it go away. It just
No.
and it's going to rear its ugly head again.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. You may know Louise Hay. Louise Hay is the queen of affirmations, and she's very good at it. Rest in peace, she already passed. But she was interviewed by one of these tapping experts, and she said something very interesting. She said, to go deep, you really need to clean house. You have to go to those corners. So although she was the queen of positive thinking, she acknowledged that, yes, we need to face and confront those fears, those emotions, those thoughts, those experiences, those events, because otherwise we're just putting, air freshener. We're just like, it's only in the surface that we're trying to fix the issue, and it's
Yeah.
not about that.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, so should I give it a try?
If you want to, yes.
E- Even though I'm feeling like I won't have enough time to do everything I need to do, and I will be late for my appointment, which will make me late for the rest of the day, and I didn't get a chance to do my journaling, and that keeps me grounded, and I didn't get a chance to do that.
Yes.
I'm just being real, everyone.
Yeah.
Because that's what was, oh no, my journal time. I have to rush today. Even though I'm doing the best I can, and I trust that everything will work out in the end.
Yes. And one important thing is that before we start the setup statement, it will be good to ask yourself, where in my body am I feeling this? Or
Mhm.
what emotion is attached to this? For example, a simple exercise that I would do for somebody new, because it can be a lot and I don't want it to be overwhelming. So it's like, okay, this stress, and stress is very general. Where do you feel this stress? So in your case, is there any place where maybe you were feeling the stress?
In my chest.
In your chest. Okay, now in your chest, how strong from a scale from 0 to 10 is that stress?
It
This
was
is personal.
yeah. So reflecting back,
Yeah.
probably a 2 or a 3. Wasn't
Okay.
that intense, but it was there.
Right. It
Yeah.
was there, right? So the first thing that I would say that I would prompt you to do in that exercise is, even though I feel this stress in my chest and it feels like a 2, and then you would say, I'm doing my best in this moment, or whatever it is.
Very good.
And then we'll go through the points, and we will focus on that body sensation. As you focus on that body sensation and you give it permission to be here, you'll be surprised. I don't want to say too much because it will be good for you to experience it. But the thing with this is that when we allow these feelings to come to surface and we don't reject them, we're better able to process them, because we're not like hiding them. Most of the times we are hiding them. We're not confronting them. We are just rejecting them, because a lot of these things we learn growing up. It's not safe. It's not safe to show my true feelings. It's not safe because maybe I was told it's not nice to cry in front of people, or all of this type of patterns and beliefs.
Yeah, beautiful. So let's do this. I know you want to go through the points. And
Sure.
I'm inspired to say, is there somebody who would like to have the experience with Elisa right now? So if you're on Zoom, I would love to be able to bring somebody on the screen. So maybe put in the chat and I can bring you on the screen. I would love to be able to do that. Who could we bring on the screen? I know Rose, you have to leave the house. You've been Okay, Rose, can you come on the screen? Let me see. Are you able to join us on the screen, Rose?
I can unmute, but I'm not going to get on the screen because I'm getting dressed to go.
Oh.
Can you do it with
And
her?
that would not be a pretty picture.
I respect it. So can Elisa, can you do it with her on audio only?
If it's her first time, it will be better.
I'm
seeing
looking. I'm on Zoom.
Okay, but I can see you. So if something
No.
goes on and you get triggered somehow, I'm not able to help you very well.
Well,
So
I
that's the
will tell
only
you,
thing.
Nancy knows I will not hold back.
It's all right, but I think we need somebody who can come on screen as well.
Yeah, it will be
I think
better.
so too. I just wanted to thank you because I am going through this right now.
Perfect.
So I appreciate it.
And it's okay if nobody can volunteer right now.
We
can
have
group
someone.
exercise.
Oh, good. Okay. Bye, you guys.
It's
All right. All right. Enjoy the activity. LaDonna, do you want to come on screen?
Sure.
LaDonna? LaDonna, can you come on screen with us? Yes, she says. All right. So LaDonna is going to be our playmate.
Okay, sounds great. Let's do it.
For sure, for sure. All right, LaDonna, you just got to come on and turn on your video. There we go. Perfect. All right, I am going to disappear from the screen for a couple of minutes while you do your magic.
All right, sounds great. Thank you, LaDonna, for volunteering today.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'd like you to think or tell me about something that has been stressful for you. And it doesn't have to be anything super big. It could be something that happened this morning or something that happened the last few days. And you don't have to give me the whole explanation. You can just keep it very simple.
Absolutely. So I have fibromyalgia, so things kick me off pretty quickly sometimes. And so, for example, we're getting our house remodeled outside.
Okay.
And I'm trying to wrap Christmas gifts, and I'm trying to follow my work schedule, and sometimes it's overwhelming.
Right. And when you just talk about all of those things, do you feel anything in your body? Do you feel any part in your body where it is more intense?
Yes, my back area, my lower
Your back
area. Yes.
Okay, your lower back. And from a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no, I don't feel anything, 10, it's really intense, what number would you give it?
A 7.
A 7, okay. And that sensation in your back, how would you describe it?
It's like a aching, like I've worked out all day and overdid it, and it's been like 24 hours, that kind of pain.
Okay.
But it's all at one time.
All at one time. And if you were to name an emotion attached to that back pain, what would it be?
Give me an example. I'm sorry.
It could be something like this pain is, it feels like anxious, or this pain, like anxiety, this pain feels like stress, it feels like sadness, it feels, and it doesn't, if nothing comes up, it's okay. I'm just asking questions.
Stress.
Stress. All right. So we're gonna do a round. Just follow me. It's like Simon says. And for now, we're just gonna tap and breathe. So we're not gonna say anything. So you get used to the points. So the first point is side of the hand. And let's just take a deep breath. And release. And let's move to the second point. It's top of the head. So right on the crown of the head. And a good way to know that you're doing the right point is if you place your two thumbs and then you bring your fingers to your head, then it's this area here. Like the soft area where when you were a little baby, that's the spot. So take another deep breath as you tap. Good job. And let's move to the next point. It's actually on the bridge of the nose where your eyebrows begin. Yes. You can remove your glasses and take another deep breath. And let's go to the side of the eyes. That's the next point. So right next to the eyes, not by the temples, but right next to the eyes. And let's take another deep breath. Good job. And let's go to the next point under the eyes. And let's go under the nose. You're doing great. And under the lip, right where this indentation is, right? Like below the lip, on your chin. Yep. And take another deep breath. And let's go to the collarbones. So we're gonna find our collarbones and right under our collarbones, not too far out, but just under the collarbone. And this is linked to the kidneys. I mean, I didn't tell you all the meanings of the points, but this point here is great whenever you're feeling constricted in your breath, you're feeling a lot of anxiety. This is a very good point to tap on. So let's take a deep breath together. And exhale. And the last point of the basic recipe, it's under the arm. So it's actually 4 inches under your armpit, right where your brow line is. And you can do one side, you can hug yourself if that's comfortable. If not, you can just do it like this as well. And I'll stand up so you can see me here like this. Yeah, perfect. All right, now place your hands on your chest. Take another deep breath. And release. And I'd like you to tune in again to that back pain. And just notice and see if there is any difference, if you feel anything there.
You know, Alyssa, excuse me, I do. You know, as you're doing the breathing with the tapping, it really does make a difference all over your body. And I really love that. The only tapping I've ever learned was the one at the collarbone.
The collarbones.
And it really helps me a lot just doing that. But knowing the entire recipe, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
How long do you think? Is it like 30 seconds that we're tapping? How long?
Right now, right now we probably did 2 minutes. I didn't measure it, but usually I recommend, well, it is recommended that you do like 5 to 7 taps in each point, but you can do longer. If there is a point that you really like and you're feeling a lot of release, stay there because your body is probably telling you, your body is definitely telling you that it needs it. So let me ask you, you told me that your pain was a 7. Does it still feel like a 7?
No, it feels more like a 5 now.
All right.
Yes. So I think if I did it a little longer,
Of
maybe,
course.
you know, it
Yes.
would feel
I
better.
mean, we can do another round, and this round I can incorporate some words. So let's see if we're able to get those numbers down, okay? And if it goes up, it's not a big issue. It's just more information to work on. So don't be afraid. And for other people that are watching this, it may happen that the numbers go up, but just know that you have to keep tapping because your body it's like the Pandora box is opening. All right, let's go to the side of the hand. So, and you can repeat after me. And if there is anything that I say that doesn't resonate, you can change my words, okay? So even though I have this aching pain in my lower back,
Even though I have this aching pain in my lower back,
and it went from a 7 to a 5,
and it went from a 7 to a 5,
I'm learning this new tool that is helping me.
I'm learning this new tool that is helping me.
Even though this pain intensifies when I'm more stressed,
Even though this pain
intensifies, it gets worse.
intensifies when I'm more stressed,
Yes. I choose to relax in this moment.
I choose to relax in this moment.
Yeah. Even though I
Even
feel
though
all this pain in my lower back,
I feel this lower pain in my, I feel this pain in my lower back.
yes, I'm open to letting it go now.
I am open to letting it go now.
All right, let's go to the top of the head. All of this stress in my lower back.
All of the stress in my lower back,
Okay, eyebrows. All of this discomfort in my lower back.
all of this discomfort in my lower back,
All right, side of the eyes. This aching in my lower back.
this aching in my lower back,
Under the eyes. All this stress
all of this stress,
under the nose. All the things that I have to do.
all of the things that I have to do.
It can be overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming,
Under the lip. But I choose to relax in this moment.
but I choose to relax in this moment.
Under the collarbones. I choose to take a deep cleansing breath.
I choose to take a deep cleansing breath
Under the arms. And I'm open for this pain to start shifting now.
and I'm open to this pain to start shifting now.
All right, take another deep breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. Good. How is it now? I'd like you to tune in and check your back pain and see if there has been any changes.
I don't feel any changes as of now. It's still around the 5,
Okay.
but I will tell you, I think I feel mental clarity.
That's
I don't know
great.
if that's, but yeah, mental clarity as yet.
Yeah, you get a lot of other benefits.
Yeah,
And
it's
with the
amazing.
pain, if it's been a chronic kind of pain, there will be more tapping to be done, and we'll have to explore even further. So the way that I was just going on the surface. So this tool works really well when we go in more detail, when we go to specific events, situations in your past, and it could be past just like last week. I'm not talking about like childhood, although we could go there as well. But the way the brain processes our information is through those events that somehow were traumatic, were difficult. And so by tapping, we go into those events. And what we do is pretty much lower the stress response that triggered, that activated that fight or flight response. So that way we're able to give the body more tools to start the healing process, to help you release and process whatever is stuck there.
You know what's so beautiful about this? What if I could to refrain from upping my meditation and doing tapping? That would be completely amazing.
Yeah, that could be. The good thing about tapping is it's a complementary kind of method that you can combine with any other type of treatment that you're undergoing. So I've seen clients that they actually have lowered the medication dosage by doing this because they're able to gain a lot of benefits and allow their body to recover, to do a lot of these internal things that our body is very capable to do, as long as we give we give our body that permission and yeah, the environment, everything, the tools that it needs.
Yes. Thank you so much, Elisa.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. LaDonna, thank you so much for volunteering.
Yes.
Everybody is saying for Elisa, that was amazing. Thank you for doing this, LaDonna, because everyone just got to have an amazing experience with you as our proxy, so to speak.
Yes.
I want to comment. I was watching you go through the process, and I watched you physically transform, and it was almost as if things were melting away from you, the stress, like your expression. When you go back and watch this yourself, you're going to be amazed.
Yeah, and the other thing is that if everybody tap alone, it's not only LaDonna who got benefits, we get borrow benefits, and that's what it's called, borrow benefits, because we're mirroring, and a lot of us go through the same things that she was describing. So we get benefits as we tap. So that's the beauty too.
Yes, you know, we wear stress differently, and I wear my stress on my face. I see it.
Yeah. Well, wait until you see when you go back and watch this. Coach Carey said the same thing. So amazing. LaDonna, thank you. Oh my goodness. And of course, we need to say thank you to our guest today. I have to figure out, give me 1 second. I know there's a way to remove you as panelist. There you go. She just turned her camera off. That did it. Oh my goodness. Elisa, let me tell you what's happening in the comments and the chat, and then we're going to open up for some Q&A as well. Victoria from Facebook says, I'm on Facebook for the first time. It's not my first time tapping, but I feel inspired to use this more. Elisa, thank you so much. Like, wow, what a great experience that was. Lisa Perez is like, I wish I was on Zoom because I love tapping. So let's do this. I'm going to open it up. So for those of you that are here with us on Zoom, you'll be able to ask questions and share comments with Elisa. If you are with us on Facebook, put your questions in the comment thread and I will bring them to our guest today. And I see a couple there already, so we'll take care of that. And we know, Elisa, based upon everything that people are experiencing, they're going to want more of you. So share what you have for them and how we can continue this journey with you.
Yeah, so for today, I prepared something that you can continue to use as you are getting more familiar with tapping. So I have 3 type of meditations that I have put together in a package, and it's called You Flourish Daily Companion. So it includes a morning meditation that is less than 5 minutes. It's to create your daily intention and to put you in that right set of mindset, and to support you to start your morning in a very good high note, very good spirit. And then there is another exercise, and it's a tapping exercise where I again go through all the points. We do some breathing, and I do it with you in video. So you can do this during the day, midday, lunch break, and as many times as you like, as you learn the technique. And then to close the day, you have an evening meditation, also short, to close the day, to send you to have a well-rested night sleep.
That sounds like a beautiful, relaxed, delicious day.
Yes. And I kept them short because I know we have all visit days, but it's not an excuse.
Right, we still want to take care of ourselves. And
Right.
this is like, imagine, I bet you have thought about it, and it's part of your mission now. Like, if you had these tools while you were in corporate, maybe
yeah.
got, as much panic attacks, anxiety, burned out, all of that.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. So go to youflourishcoaching.com. It's the letter U, flourish, FLOURISH, coaching.com/store. And you can get her gift for this. It's $11 for this bundle. You are so worth it. That's less than you're going to spend on lunch. That won't be as good for you as these meditations will be. And you can use these over and over again. So $11, go grab them.
And the other thing, if I may, Nancy, I'm including a one-on-one with me. So if you purchase a package, you'll have time to meet with me because I love to learn about your journey. If you have questions for me, so that's included as well.
Wow. She didn't tell me she was giving that to y'all. So that's just, she loves you and loves this community so much. So go to the letter U, flourishcoaching.com/store, and get this 3 meditation bundle for $11. And I got to tell you, don't you love her voice? It's soothing. It's calming. Like, I can't wait to get it for myself too. And then we get a one-on-one. So that is absolutely amazing. Amazing. So go to youflourishcoaching.com/store, and you'll see where you can get that from Elisa. And we've got people in queue. So let me go ahead and start right now. Pastor Darlene, you're first up.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a privilege to be here. You ladies must have contacted each other and said, we want to be in the grape and magenta family this morning.
That was a divine.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I just wanted to say, Elisa, this was so good because our bodies really do talk to us. And if we would take time to listen to our bodies and respond, we probably could avoid saying some things that we might not need to say, or think through some processes a little better. So I want to say thank you for introducing this to a lot of us. I have been, open to tapping. I've heard about it for some time, and I really am grateful to hear you share with us. And LaDonna, I really am very, very glad to see her. I saw her facial expressions change.
I know, it was amazing.
That woosah just like it flushed over her. So I just wanted to say thank you, Elisa, for this. And I'm picking up my package and my time with you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Pastor Darlene.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And there is a title actually of a book that's called The Body Keeps the Score. So very much to what you are saying.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a very good book about all of this too.
Yeah, so good. Thank you, Pastor Darlene. So glad that you were here with us today. And let me share a question before I bring the next caller on. A question from Savita. And she said when she was doing, let me go here. So her comment was, I was tapping the collarbone and I wanted to cry. Why would that happen?
It's a very sensible point. I mean, all of them are, but here we hold a lot of anxiety. So unprocessed anxiety, it's actually the kidneys. It's related. It's attached to the kidneys, and the kidneys are the ones that help release. Well, when you go pee, right? You're releasing, right? It's so the kidneys are responsible to filter and then eliminate, right, through the urine. So actually the color pons are good to tap whenever you are feeling stuck. So there may be situations in your life where you are feeling stuck, and by tapping this, it's like you are releasing. So it's not bad to cry. It's very normal to cry during a tapping session. And it's actually, it's a way for your body of releasing.
Yeah.
There are people that yawn, and that's also movement of energy. And this is energy work. So we're actually tapping on meridian points. Meridian points are energy points. We are energy. So if something's stuck and we tap, we're helping the body to process this, to move that energy so it's not stuck.
Amazing. So good. Yep. And she replied also, and it also elimination, you're getting rid of toxins, you're clearing out that
Yes.
which doesn't serve you.
Right.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Love it. And I have my own question, so I'm gonna come in. So I learned tapping, but like I said, I haven't been practicing. I don't do the recipe, but I find, and maybe you can tell me why I do this, when I'm feeling a little anxious, I go like this, which I think is the thymus.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not part of the basic recipe, but it's really soothing.
It is good. It's very soothing. And in energy medicine, this is one of the points that they also encourage you to tap, because as we grow older, our thymus gets smaller. So we want to encourage that thymus to to keep
Yeah.
to be activated. The
Yeah.
other thing with these points, if you think about it, like what kind of gestures or like physical movements do you make when you're stressed?
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, there are people that go like this. They're like, when they're scared, they're like holding their chest.
Yeah.
Or they go like this, like they're worried and they're touching their eyebrow. And if you think about it, those are the points that we're actually tapping on. So
Yeah.
our bodies are so smart that by just touching these points while you're stressed, you're already encouraging that relaxation response. It's just that you're not aware of it, but now you are.
Wow. And then the body will do that, right?
Yes, naturally.
It's kind of like when a baby is born, it knows to do the latching onto. Like our
Right.
bodies are so intelligent if we could just learn to read it, right? Which is what we're talking about.
Yes.
All right. So amazing. Let's go to Beverly Beach, our next caller. Beverly, there we go.
I guess I didn't realize I must have hit the chat button, but I think what you're doing is fabulous. I just went on the website trying to buy it, and I got my name and email in it, but I couldn't see where to pay for the $11. So maybe I haven't done something right.
Can you see the card on the right-hand side at the bottom? There should be a card, and it's added there.
Ah, got it. Understand.
Okay, good.
We go to the shop.
Perfect. But I want to tell you, this is absolutely fabulous. Years ago, I fell and broke my sacrum, and a dear friend came over and taught me how to pull the stress out of my body. I mean, she did it no, I don't do it. She could do it for me, and it was just so amazing. My husband, who is does not believe that in my hokey dokey stuff, as he will say sometimes, and I can sit and pull the stress out of him, and it'll just, his whole body just changes. It is so funny to watch, and he's a believer in that, but he says, I still can't believe it. But anyway, thank you. I think I don't want to take any more time.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you.
Excellent.
Right. He doesn't have to believe it. It works. The proof is in the
It
pudding,
works.
right?
Yeah.
It is in the pudding. It is, there's no doubt about it. I just said, if I can just see it go right out of his whole system. It's so funny. Anyway, thank you for your time. So
Thank
excellent.
you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Beverly, for sharing, for being here. And I'm going to bring another question from Facebook. Then I'm going to go to Mary Jane Charles. If you're with us on Zoom and you want a question or comment for Elisa, just raise your hand, or if you're on your phone, you should be able to just unmute yourself by hitting *6. So the Keisha asks from Facebook, what are you supposed to feel once done tapping?
It's very individual, but usually the comments that I get is that I have more clarity, I feel more relaxed, I feel like there was this weight that was lifted. If you were feeling somehow, like tense. And it's different for everybody, but honestly, what you are doing, it's clearing that stuck energy in your body.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's go to Mary Jane, and then we'll go to Dr. Roz. Good morning, Mary Jane.
Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Elisa.
Hello.
Excuse me. Backing up to Nancy, you have a beautiful speaking voice. And
thank
the
you.
way you guided Madonna, it was magical. So you're very good at what you do. I used, pardon me, I used tapping a long time ago, but I forgot about it. And it just, participating this morning brought it back, and how simple it is and effective.
Yes.
And I did one particular circumstance, I received bad news and I was driving. So I got off at the next exit. And I remember sitting in a parking lot doing my simple tap on my hand, to the degree that a park ranger, I lived in the Columbia River Good, he was concerned. He came over and he said, "You okay?" I said, "I will be. This is called tapping." And I gave him, he thought I was nuts, but he left me alone. It worked. And I ratcheted down and I could continue with whatever. But it took the crisis out of my brain so I could continue.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it up again. It's good stuff for sure. Thank you.
Amazing. So good. And I think am I frozen? Oh, there we go. Mary Jane, thank you for sharing that. And isn't it great to bring this back to the forefront for tools that we can use? So,
absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. And let me remind everyone, you want to go to youflourishcoaching.com/store and get the bundle of the 3 meditations from Elisa. So you'll enter your name and email, and then you'll get to the shopping cart, to go ahead and check out. $11 for the 3 meditations and a 101. Like, oh my goodness. So good. So good. All right, let's go to our final caller this morning. Will be Dr. Roz. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You're loved, appreciated, celebrated, valued, and most cherished, Elisa. I shared in the host panelist question. I am challenged with fibromyalgia, so I wanted to find out about an alternative to tapping, because tapping actually radiates more pain. And then even if I'm around friends or family, like, how they'll slap you on the back, "Hey girl," that doesn't do well. But I do want to say this, I'm going to still invest into the package so I can have my one-on-one with you. But if I could bottle your voice, it would be a sweet fragrance while I sit in my massage chair. You know what I'm saying? And I have something else that's going on. I got stung by a bee, so y'all don't hear my regular energy. I'm allergic to bees and wasps, so I'm in a recovery mode. So I definitely want to make my appointment and talk with you, because I do want to be able to find something that would go against the fibromyalgia. I don't call it my own, but I know that it is something that's challenging. And I definitely look at the stress levels of every part of my life, spirit, mind, and body, for what's going on, because a lot of people say that that's where it comes from. But my mom was lupus and sickle cell. So autoimmune diseases are within my family, but it would be awesome to have some time with you to find out some alternatives to work through that. So I will look forward to getting that. And once again, if I could just put your voice in a bottle and have a fragrance of your voice, just, well, I had to close my eyes, because even when I was looking at LaDonna, I saw her transition, but still it was like radiating to me the taps. I'm like, no, 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 no. So I closed my eyes, and I actually felt like I had a little flower in my head, and I was on the island with birds and stuff. So your voice is so tranquil. So thank you so much, and
Thank you.
blessings to you. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much. And just as a quick comment on that, if tapping is it's just too much and it's it's not as soothing, just tapping, you can always hold the point. Just
Okay.
hold it very softly. Just hold it. You're still gonna get the benefits. The other thing, I've had people that they have mobility problems, and so there are other ways to do it with your imagination. So there is a lot to do, a lot of alternatives.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm gonna go. Well, I don't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time, but soon as I already pulled the information and send it to myself, so I can register. So thank you, and blessings to the close of your year. Thank you, Nancy.
As well.
You're welcome, Dr. Oz. You are loved, celebrated, valued, cherished, and most appreciated. I know I didn't get it right, but I love
I love you.
All right, beautiful. Again, go to youflourishcoaching.com/store. And these are meditations with Elisa's beautiful, beautiful voice. Yum. That's all I can say. And I got to tell you, Lisa Perez loves and appreciates you so much. She had to do whatever she could to get off of Facebook and onto Zoom. Hey, Lisa, you want to be on screen?
That's fine. Yes, absolutely. I would love to be. I don't know how to do it from here, but I am a huge fan.
Yep, she's coming back to join us on screen.
Okay.
Just make sure you got your video turned on, Lisa, and then we'll be good to take us out. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to take me zoom out and zoom back in. I'm a huge fan. She knows this. I'm a huge fan of hers, and I just had to share this brief testimonial, which I've given her in writing. I think Trish calls it the woo-woo industry, right? I am not that person, right? I really aren't. But I was having issues with anxiety, claustrophobia. I mean, I'm a Brooklyn girl that couldn't go into the subway, right? What's that? And I grew up in the subways. And I reached out to Elisa. She kept saying, well, we could try tapping. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll see. Eventually, I just couldn't figure it out. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. And I tell you, I'm in airplanes again. I'm in elevators again. I took my daughter to New York, and we were in the subway all weekend long. And it's completely, I'm getting goosebumps, right? It's completely because of the work that I did with Elisa. And the voice is soothing. She's someone, you're in good hands, and she's doing this for a real purpose. So Elisa, thank you. I adore you.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh. I got chill bumps all over from that one. And just hearing Lisa talk about being able to reclaim her life and things she wanted to do, like what I'm hearing is none of us have to be suffering with these things. There's a path forward, and it can be natural. It's a complement to whatever you might be doing with doctors. Reach out to Elisa, get this package, and feel your best. We all deserve it. So thank you so much for being with us today and this beautiful gift you've given all of us, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Awesome. Oh, Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Grab the gift from Elisa. Go to youflourishcoaching.com/store. And for many of you, I will see you later today for the Spotlight on Leaders Summit and Networking Extravaganza. Come on and join us. Start your day with Women's Prosperity Network and then wrap it up. I promise it'll be well worth it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Till next time, we'll see you and get out there and be the one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.